Hey there, restaurant pros. It's David Scott Peters, and welcome to episode 87 of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula. I've been coaching restaurant owners since 2003, and the Restaurant Prosperity Formula is based on what the most successful restaurant owners I've worked with do on a daily basis to achieve their success. The basic premise of the formula centers around achieving prosperity, freedom for your restaurant, a financial freedom you deserve. To achieve prosperity, you have to follow a very specific formula made up of leadership, systems, training, accountability, and taking action. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's close to my heart: the perception of common sense in the restaurant industry and the importance of foundational knowledge. Let's explore this together, understanding why every piece of knowledge, no matter how basic it seems, holds value. Let's get started. But first, a word from our sponsor. We all know managing costs is one of the most important parts of running a profitable restaurant, especially now. But between fluctuating vendor prices, waste, labor, and the never-ending list of tasks that demand your attention on a daily basis, it can be challenging for even the most experienced of us to manage costs well. That's where Margin Edge comes in. Margin Edge is a complete restaurant management software that automatically uses data from your POS and invoices to show you food and labor costs in real time. Don't wait until it's too late. Margin Edge gives you tools to make decisions in the moment, like a daily P&L, price alerts on key ingredients, and real-time plate costs, all without ever having to touch a spreadsheet. Take control of your costs, work more efficiently, and be more profitable. Go to www.marginedge.com/DSP to learn more and schedule your demo today. I've been observing a trend on social media where some individuals, we'll call them individuals, are often referred to as trolls, quickly dismissing the tips and strategies I share as basic information. For example, on Facebook, I've posted one of my YouTube videos, a tip entitled "Why a 3-Time Markup Doesn't Work." It's about debunking the myths of menu pricing. While many comments left by restaurant people are, well, I'd consider very positive, there are the trolls. They've left comments that all over the board. From Kenneth, who said 4 times markup makes 25% food cost. Really? That's enlightening. Ian said, I think their ratio of pricing is absolutely right. Don't know about your losing strategy. My losing strategy? I've been a coach for 20 years. Like there's nothing new in the business. Christopher said, too many cutthroat restaurants out there in my area. Now, was that a customer, not a restaurant person? Diego said, multiply it by 4. Well, there's a 25% markup, right? Or 4 times markup, which is a 25% cost of goods sold. Calvin said, I would say by 2.5 times. And then he went on to give a whole bunch of advice, by the way, which was wrong. Tim said, excuse my French, but who the fuck is stupid enough to do 3 times food markup? Good way to go broke. Like, what is that? I didn't present information that anybody was stupid to do such a thing. There's misinformation in our industry that has been around forever, and it's really a lack of knowledge. And that's just the surface of the comments. I want to address basically this criticism versus, say, common sense. So many of the trolls, people who want to belittle me, want to belittle anybody who'd be dumb enough to not know something, want to make themselves feel really smart. They're afraid of what if they're wrong? They are so convicted in their misinformation. The storylines have been shared, misnomers over and over again in our industry that are completely asinine wrong. But if I admit they're wrong, that I'm right, they're going to feel bad about themselves, like that they're not smart enough. And that's not my intention by any means. And then there's the people, again, who just provide bad information to people. It gets handed over and over again, like the misnomer that I grew up with in the restaurant business is don't order at the end of the month because it'll increase your food cost. Bullshit. It's beginning inventory plus purchases minus ending gives me use. Use divided by sales is food cost. My use doesn't change. What leaves the shelves does not change. What happens is I have a negative impact on my checkbook, because I've put more food on the shelves, but it has nothing to do with my food cost. Now, one might say, these people have an interesting perspective. That might be the positive way to look at it, right? But they overlook a critical aspect of our industry, that there's diversity of experience and knowledge. What might be second nature to a seasoned chef or a manager or owner with decades of experience can be a revelation to someone just embarking on their restaurant journey, or somebody who's been in the industry for a long, long time, but hasn't really learned. They only know what's in their own four walls. It's essential to remember that our industry, with its vast array of roles and responsibilities, it doesn't have this universal baseline of common sense. Each piece of advice, no matter how simple it may seem, can be a building block for someone's career. Let's delve deeper into why this diversity of experience in our industry makes what seems like common sense to one person a critical learning point for another. And let's make sure we address that we should never let someone make you feel bad about learning. No matter where you are in your restaurant journey, that is just not acceptable. You need to value the basics regarding knowledge in the restaurant industry to start with. In the restaurant industry, common sense is a relative term. In fact, I tell you, there is no such thing as common sense. For some veterans, certain practices and insights might seem, obvious. But for others, these are the essential skills and knowledge that lay the groundwork for their future success. It's like culinary basics. Well, we all know I don't belong in a kitchen, but I did teach at Scottsdale Culinary Institute, and my stepfather was a chef and for a while was a basics instructor, as well as a sauté instructor. Well, I learned that you need to know how to make a perfect stock before you can create a gourmet soup. Similarly, in restaurant management, in managing a restaurant, understanding the basics of inventory management, customer relations, and leadership is crucial. These elements are the bedrock of success in the restaurant business, and overlooking their importance can lead to gaps in one's professional development. It can stagnate you. You can make a lot of mistakes. And if you're a restaurant owner, this lack or gap in knowledge can cost you thousands upon thousands of dollars. It can cost you your marriage. It can cost you your business. It can cost you so much. I've seen it firsthand. So we all need to reflect on our own restaurant journey. It's unique for every one of us. Reflecting on one's journey, from their beginnings, if you will, in the restaurant industry, it's a humbling exercise. It's easy to forget that once upon a time, we were the ones asking the basic questions. Right? Think about it. The trolls, did they always know how to do cost of goods sold? Did they always know how to do a recipe costing card? Did they always know how to control labor? No, they had to learn at some point in time. But now they want to express it to you like it's common sense. It's not common sense. And this journey from novice to expert is filled with continuous learning and growth. Every small step, every lesson learned, no matter how trivial it seems, contributes to your overall expertise. As a leader and a mentor, it's our responsibility to remember this journey and use our experience to guide educate our team members, if you will. It's not just about the destination of success. It's about the path we take, the challenges we overcome, and the knowledge we gain along the way. I can tell you that when I started coaching over 20 years ago, I look back at that day with Scott Peters and go, what the hell do you know compared to what I am today? Because I've worked with thousands upon thousands of restaurant owners and their managers. I've seen thousands upon thousands of budgets. I've helped people change their lives. But most importantly, you, my members, the other restaurant people in the industry, have taught me so much. Yes, did I feel like I was an expert back then in 2003? Today? Really, how do I feel? I feel exponentially brighter. And I learn every day, every workshop, every seminar, every coaching call, every group coaching call. I learn. And that's critical to any leader. I often spend my time at my seminars, which I just gave a seminar last week. At the time I'm recording this, I just had 116 restaurant owners and their managers in Las Vegas for my 2-day seminar, Restaurant Transformation Seminar. It was amazing. And at my seminars and workshops over the last 20 plus years, I often talk about the importance of each of us taking the time to be the role of teacher, that it doesn't matter if you learn what I teach you, if you don't go back and teach the other people who weren't in the room, if you don't make our industry better. See, leadership in the restaurant industry is synonymous with education. In my book, Restaurant Prosperity Formula, What Successful Restaurateurs Do, I emphasize the importance of being more than just a manager or an owner. It's about being a teacher. The role goes beyond instructing on tasks. It's about inspiring curiosity, fostering a culture of continuous learning, and supporting your team in their personal and professional growth. A true leader doesn't just share knowledge. They ignite a passion for learning and encourage their team to seek knowledge, ask questions, and strive for excellence. This transformation from a team of workers to a team of learners and future leaders is what creates a truly prosperous restaurant environment. Okay, well, I really want to tell the trolls. They're freaking idiots. Like, that's my first gut reaction. I want to pick up my phone and start to type, like, what the hell is your problem? I really try to, and take the high road. Because I believe in a positive learning environment. If I start to react negatively to the trolls, if I start to spit back the hate and just the terrible attitude people give on the internet because they're anonymous, if you will, then how would I attract people like you to my coaching program, to my seminars, to what I do? When you go, that guy's just a whiny ass bitch. And the truth of the matter is, I'm not. But I'm like anybody else. Like, when you get a bad Yelp review, don't you, like, you feel it personally. You want to go, you're not my customer, You want to tell them off. And sometimes, while some people do need to be fired as customers, we're not even talking about customers. We're talking about trolls, people who are just kind of screwing through the internet and want to drop a little hate. And that's not what I want to bite on. Yes, it affects me, but I take the high road. And for those who dismiss the foundational knowledge as basic, it's important to advocate for a shift in mindset, right? We need to go from a fixed mindset, that's who they are, to a growth mindset, that's who you are. If you're listening to my podcast, if you're watching my YouTube videos, if you go to my seminars and workshops, read my blog, heck, you eventually become a part of my coaching program, you're a growth mindset person. You're always looking to become better. So instead of belittling the basics, let's celebrate the basics. Let's celebrate sharing and the acquisition of knowledge at all levels. Building a community where everyone, from novice to expert, can learn and grow, because that's crucial. This approach enriches individuals and strengthens our industry as a whole. Let's choose to be educators and supporters, uplifting and enlightening. Because why? Because rather than demeaning and dismissing the efforts of those who are still learning, we're going to pick them up. We're going to make them better. Doesn't it feel better to help someone, even if it's on the internet, when somebody posts in a group, whether it's one of my Facebook groups or somebody else's, and they go, I'm having a struggle. Isn't it great when you share your knowledge, your experience, when it's a positive? Because you learned that lesson, and that lesson, that cost you money. That created challenges for you. But now you can help somebody not do that. That is my whole purpose in life. Is I've already made all the mistakes that cost money. And if I can impart on you the knowledge that I've learned, the system, the process, the way to give you a life, restaurant prosperity, freedom of your restaurant, and the financial freedom you deserve, I cannot tell you how good that makes me feel. That's my why. See, continuous learning is key. The restaurant industry is like dynamic and ever evolving, making continuous learning a key component of success. Embracing every learning opportunity, whether it's the latest culinary trends, advancements in restaurant technology, or innovative management strategies, it's essential. The pursuit of knowledge is a never-ending journey. And the most successful restaurateurs that I've ever worked with are those who remain lifelong learners. They're information gatherers. They understand they don't know what they don't know, so they always look for that next thing. They understand that there's always something new to discover, a skill to perfect, and a strategy to implement. This relentless pursuit of knowledge keeps them at the forefront of their industry, makes them the leaders a restaurant needs. But they also have learned how important it is to share their newfound knowledge. That's a part of the restaurant prosperity formula. right? It's leadership, then systems, and training. That training, again, is they don't know what they don't know. They learn every day, but they've learned they've got to share it with their management team, make them better. Otherwise, they're a prisoner. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're stuck doing the work. Instead, they train others. And by doing so, they're developing their next leaders. When we share our knowledge and experiences, we're doing more than just helping an individual. We're uplifting an entire restaurant community. Yes, we are a community. As independent operators, we don't have the support and the network that chain restaurants have. We have each other. This act of sharing extends beyond simple tips and techniques. It's about imparting the essence of our passion, resilience, and creativity. Through the communal exchange of knowledge, we elevate the standards and the quality of our industry. It's a cycle of growth where today's learners become tomorrow's teachers, ensuring the continuous evolution and improvement of all independent restaurants. But as an industry, asking questions is often hard for people to do. In fact, there are often employees who, they'd rather quit than feel like, I got to ask a question, I'm going to look stupid. We need to overcome these obstacles. Creating an environment where asking basic questions is not only acceptable, but encouraged is vital for a healthy learning culture. In many professional settings, there's a stigma attached to asking questions that might seem elementary. But in reality, these questions are the foundation of deeper understanding and innovation. Encouraging this openness leads to a more informed, competent, and confident team. It's through these questions that we challenge existing norms, spark new ideas, and drive the industry forward. I got to tell you, if I treated my members, my workshop attendees, my seminar attendees, anybody I'm talking to, if I treat you like that question's dumb because I know the answer, if I treat you like that's common sense because I know the answer, and I belittle you, would you want to work with me? Or instead, when I realize everybody's on a different journey and that there is no dumb question, just because you don't know how many managers you should have or how you schedule or how you hold people accountable, it just means you don't know. It doesn't make you dumb. It doesn't make you somebody that should be made to feel small, like the trolls want to make you feel, the way they want to make me feel, because they're the smartest people in the world. In fact, you should run like hell when you meet the smartest person in the world. Our role is to become mentors. Mentorship plays a crucial role in the development of future leaders in the restaurant industry. Kind of mentioned that already, right? Our job isn't just to make sure people do tasks. It's to uplift them, make them feel appreciated, to put them in a position that they can be tomorrow's leaders. It's more than teaching skills. It's about guiding, inspiring, and sharing the wisdom of our experiences. A mentor can profoundly impact the career path of an aspiring restaurateur, manager, employee. Offering support, knowledge, and encouragement is critical. By dedicating our time and experience to mentorship, we not only aid individual growth, we're contributing to the future vibrance and success of our industry. This legacy of mentorship ensures that the next generation of restaurant leaders is well equipped to take on the challenges and opportunities of this dynamic field. We'll examine the benefits of mentorship, both for mentorship and mentee, and explore how these relationships can shape the future of the restaurant industry. Mentorship isn't just about passing down knowledge, it's about building confidence, fostering resilience, and instilling a sense of responsibility and a passion for the industry. We should discuss how to establish effective mentorship programs, the qualities of good mentor, and how these relationships can lead to innovative ideas and practices. In nurturing the next generation, we're not just shaping individual careers, we're crafting the future landscape of the restaurant world. We as leaders need to talk about these things. We need to work with our management team to develop tomorrow's leaders. Now let's keep the spirit of sharing, learning, and growing alive in our industry. No question is too basic. No knowledge is too simple. We're all a part of this incredible journey, building our path to restaurant prosperity. So until next time, keep cooking up success, and remember, every day is a chance to learn something new and make a difference in someone's life and in our industry. Ignore the trolls. They aren't who you want to emulate. Be the best you can be. Learn every day. Share that knowledge. Mentor. And the next thing you know, you'll have restaurant prosperity, freedom for your restaurant, and the financial future you deserve. Hey, that was an awesome episode. I want to thank you for taking the time to take action on building a better, more prosperous restaurant. Before you go, I want to give you these 3 thoughts. 1, by combining leadership and taking action with systems and training being checked by accountability, you are on your way to creating prosperity for you and your restaurant. 2, I have something I need from you. Please leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you happen to listen to podcasts. By leaving us a review, other restaurant pros seeking out this information are able to find it. I read the reviews, and hearing how this information has benefited you does wonders for me. And 3, if you find any of the discussions helpful, share them. The more restaurant pros who have access to them, the better we become as an industry. For more restaurant resources or to get in contact with me, connect with me at davidscottpeters.com. Be passionate about what you're doing. Be persistent, but more importantly, become better and help everyone around you become better. And your restaurant is going to kick some ass. If you're tired of not being able to leave your restaurant because no one else knows how to run it, I want to make sure you know it doesn't have to be that way. You can leave your restaurant. It is possible to build a team of people who know how you want the restaurant to run. With these trained and responsible people in place, you can give yourself time away. What would you do if you had time away from your restaurant? Would you sleep better? Would your relationships improve? Would you feel more relaxed? These are all things you deserve to experience as a business owner. It's why we own our own businesses. If you would like to learn how to own a restaurant that doesn't depend on you to be successful, click the link in the description to watch a free training course that teaches you exactly what you have to do. Also, be sure to subscribe to get my weekly tips and watch these 2 videos to get more information and guidance for running a successful restaurant.